Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe to my channel. So today we are going to talk about how long the electrical car battery lasts. How long the electrical car battery? First of all, when we compare electric cars with internal combustion engines, then what's the big difference between them? Well, basically is the energy storage in the battery and the fuel tank. Of course, for internal combustion engine vehicles, they use gasoline, diesel or any other type of fuel. And for electric cars, they use electricity which is stored in the battery. So that means if we want to run electric cars, we must have a battery and we need to charge that battery. That is why people always ask me this question: how long can an electric vehicle drive before it needs to be recharged? As you know, most electric vehicles have a range of up to 300 miles per charge, which is enough for most daily commutes. But what happens if you want to go further? Let's say from New York to Los Angeles, which will take more than a day's travel time because there are no charging stations available along the way. So, how long would it take to recharge the battery? Well, that depends on how far you're going and what type of charger you're using. So let's discuss some factors which impact the range of the electric vehicle. The first factor that impacts the range is the size of the battery pack. Larger batteries obviously store more energy, so your EV will be able to travel further before needing a recharge. The next factor that impacts the range is the efficiency of the electric motor. Electric motors are not all created equal. Some are more efficient than others, which means that they're able to convert electrical energy into mechanical energy more efficiently. This can result in a longer range for an EV. The next factor that can impact the range of an EV is the weight of the vehicle. The heavier the vehicle, the more energy it will require to move, resulting in a shorter range. Aerodynamics also play a role in determining the range of an EV. A well-designed aerodynamic vehicle will be able to travel further on a single charge because it is not wasting energy due to air resistance. Finally, driving habits also impact the range of an EV. Aggressive driving, such as speeding or rapid acceleration and braking, can consume energy more quickly, reducing the overall range. So, how long does it take to recharge an electric vehicle battery? There are several types of chargers available: Level 1, Level 2, and DC fast charging. Level 1 chargers are the most basic type of charger, and they use a standard 120-volt outlet. They can add about 4 to 5 miles of range per hour of charging. Level 2 chargers are more powerful than Level 1 chargers, and they use a 240-volt outlet. They can add about 10 to 60 miles of range per hour of charging depending on the type of charger. And finally, DC fast charging, also known as Level 3, uses high-voltage DC connection and can add up to 80% of charge in just 30 minutes. It is the fastest way to charge an EV. However, not all EVs are compatible with DC fast charging. You can see a list of compatible EVs here. Now let's answer the main question: how long does it take to charge an EV battery? Well, as I mentioned earlier, it depends on the type of charger you're using. If you're using a Level 1 charger, then it will take a long time to charge an EV battery, like about 24 hours. For example, if your EV has an 8 kWh battery and you're using a Level 1 charger which provides 1.6 kilowatts of power, then it will take about 24 hours to fully charge the battery. But if you have a Level 2 charger that provides 7 kilowatts of power, then it will take about 2 hours to charge the same battery to 80% and about 3 hours to fully charge it. Finally, if you have access to DC fast charging, then it will take about 30 minutes to charge the battery to 80%. However, keep in mind that these are just estimates. The actual time it takes to charge an EV battery can vary depending on a number of factors, including the battery's state of charge, the type of charger, and the ambient temperature. Now let's talk about how long an electric vehicle battery actually lasts. Electric vehicle batteries are typically rated for 10 years or 100,000 miles, whichever comes first. However, the actual lifespan of the battery can vary depending on a number of factors, including charging habits, driving habits, and climate. If you charge your EV battery to 100% every day, then it will reduce the lifespan of the battery. Instead, It is recommended to keep the charge between 20 and 80% to maximize the lifespan. Driving habits also play a role in how long your battery will last. If you drive aggressively, then it will put more strain on the battery and reduce its lifespan. Finally, the climate in which you live can also impact how long your battery will last. Extreme heat and cold can put a strain on the battery and reduce its lifespan. Well, don't worry too much about the battery because most manufacturers offer a warranty that covers the battery for at least 8 years or 100,000 miles. If you are still worried, then you can always choose a used car. Used electric cars are becoming more and more popular these days. People are buying them because they want to save money and they don't want to wait for months to get a new one. The good thing about used electric cars is that they still have a lot of life left in them and they can last for many years. In addition, used electric cars are eligible for tax credits and other incentives just like new electric cars. So if you are in the market for a new electric car and don't want to pay for a brand new one, then check out the used cars near you. Alright guys, now I'm gonna tell you something that you probably didn't expect. Most people believe that electric cars cannot be driven in cold weather, but this is not true. You can drive an electric car in cold weather just like you can drive a gas-powered car. In fact, there are many electric cars that are specifically designed to be driven in cold climates. For example, the Nissan Leaf has a special heater that is designed to keep the battery warm in cold weather. In addition, many electric cars have a regenerative braking system that actually captures energy when you brake and uses it to heat the battery. This means that even in cold weather, you can still get a good amount of range out of your electric car. Overall, electric cars are a great option for drivers in cold climates. Just make sure to choose a model that is specifically designed to be driven in cold weather and you'll be fine. If you're watching this video, then chances are you're interested in buying an electric car. One of the biggest advantages of electric cars is that they are cheaper to operate than gas-powered cars. In fact, the average electric car costs only 2 cents per mile to operate, while the average gas-powered car costs 12 cents per mile. This means that over the course of a year, you could save hundreds of dollars by driving an electric car. In addition to being cheaper to operate, electric cars are also more convenient to fuel up. You can simply charge your electric car at home overnight, and you never have to worry about finding a gas station. Plus, with the growing popularity of electric cars, more and more charging stations are popping up all the time. Overall, the convenience and cost savings of electric cars make them a great option for drivers. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please leave your comments down below. Everybody's support is motivation for me to create more quality videos. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video. Thank you.